My name is Emily Carter, I'm 35 years old, and one day before my younger sister's wedding, I received a text message that I read 3 times before it fully sank in. You're no longer part of the wedding. Only Real family belongs here. It was from my sister, Ashley Carter, who was 28 and getting married the next afternoon at a luxury estate in Willow Ridge Estate. I stared at the words, feeling something inside me finally go still, not broken, not even angry, just quiet. For years, I had been the one holding everything together. After our father, Michael Carter, passed away from cancer when I was 27 and Ashley was barely 20, our mother, Diane Carter, collapsed emotionally. We lived in Chicago, and everything started falling apart, bills unpaid, mortgage overdue, letters hidden in drawers like ignoring them would erase reality. I had already graduated with a degree in accounting and had a stable job, so without being asked, I stepped in. I paid the mortgage, handled utilities, covered groceries, and slowly took over every financial responsibility in that house. In Islam, taking care of family is a noble act, a form of tzedakah, but even tzedakah has a principle: it should not destroy the one who gives. At the time, I didn't understand that balance. Years passed, and what began as help turned into expectation. Ashley went to college, I paid her tuition. She struggled to keep a job, I paid her rent. Her car insurance lapsed. I fixed it. Every time, she said, just until I figure things out, and every time I believed her. My mother would always defend her, saying Ashley was more sensitive, more fragile, as if my strength meant I didn't feel pain. Islam teaches justice even within families, ADL, but favoritism quietly replaced fairness in our home. Still, I stayed silent, believing sacrifice was love. Looking back, I now understand that Islam never asks you to accept injustice, even from your own family. About a year before the wedding, Ashley got engaged to Ryan Brooks, a charming man working in commercial real estate in San Diego. He knew how to speak well, how to smile at the right moments, how to appear stable. The wedding planning started immediately, and naturally, all eyes turned to me. The venue, the catering, the flowers, the photographer, every contract, every deposit, every decision, I handled it. Over $50,000, all under my name. Ashley chose the details, but I carried the weight. No one openly acknowledged it. The closest I got was, "This is why we need you." Not appreciate, need. And there's a difference. Then, 3 months before the wedding, everything shifted. I went to Ryan's office to get his signature on an insurance form. His car was parked in the back, which was unusual. As I approached, I saw a woman step out of his car, fixing her clothes, avoiding eye contact with anyone. Then Ryan stepped out after her. The moment he saw me, his face drained of color. He confessed within minutes, an affair that had been going on for 4 months. My first instinct wasn't anger. It was conflict. Should I tell Ashley? Should I protect her? Islam places a strong emphasis on truth, on honesty, on not hiding wrongdoing. But it also emphasizes wisdom in how and when truth is delivered. I gave him a week to end it, convincing myself I was protecting my sister. In reality, I was once again carrying a burden that wasn't mine. Time passed, and the wedding drew closer. Meanwhile, I was slowly pushed out of the planning. New group chats were created without me. Decisions were made behind my back, even though I was still paying for everything. When I confronted my mother, she told me I'd made everything about money. That was the moment something cracked. Not loudly, not dramatically, but deeply. Because it wasn't about money. It was about respect. The night before the wedding, the text came. Only real family belongs here. And something inside me finally aligned with a truth I had ignored for years. You cannot keep giving to people who deny your place in their lives. Islam teaches kindness, yes, but it also teaches dignity. The Prophet never allowed himself to be humiliated, and he taught that a believer does not remain in a state of being wronged without standing for justice. The next morning, I made 4 phone calls. The venue. The caterer. the florist, the photographer. Every contract had my name. I cancelled them all. Not out of revenge, but because I was no longer willing to fund a life where I didn't even belong. Within hours, the wedding collapsed. Guests arrived confused. The event was moved to my mother's backyard in Sacramento. Plastic chairs replaced elegant seating. Grocery store flowers replaced custom arrangements. And then, without me saying a word, the truth about Ryan surfaced at the reception. Someone mentioned his affair casually, assuming everyone already knew. Within minutes, the entire illusion shattered. Ashley confronted him in front of everyone. The wedding ended before it truly began. That night, Ashley called me. Her voice was broken. She asked how long I had known. When I told her, there was silence, not anger, just realization. I apologized for my silence, because that part, I regret. Islam teaches that hiding truth can lead to greater harm, and I had learned that lesson the hardest way. But I did not apologize for setting boundaries. In the weeks that followed, I made changes I should have made years ago. I stopped all financial support. I faced the reality of how much I had given, over $200,000 AC. Ashley eventually sent a message, not defensive this time, but sincere. She admitted she had taken everything for granted. My mother never truly apologized, but her world grew smaller as people quietly learned the truth. And I learned something I wish I had understood earlier. Moral reflection. This does not teach blind sacrifice. It teaches balance, justice, and dignity. Helping family is noble, but allowing yourself to be used is not. Hiding truth to protect others can lead to greater harm. Setting boundaries is not selfish, it is justice. Your worth is not defined by how much you give, but by who you are. Allah says in Quran that He does not love, and that includes the we allow on ourselves. Thought balloon. Final question. If you were in Emily's place, what would you choose? Backhand index pointing right. A. Keep sacrificing to protect your family, even if it destroys you. Backhand index pointing right. B. Choose truth, dignity, and peace, even if it means walking away. Answer honestly, A or B?